Hey guys, Cassandra here, and day 3 with the Wounded Narrator series. I was struggling a little bit today with what I wanted to post or share or talk about today, and then I remembered the surrender technique. I'm stuck or feeling like I don't know what to do because I believe that I don't know what to do. So I decided to just take a second away from it, not think about it, and allow my lesson for today to show through for me. And the way I decided to release some of that pressure was to watch one of my kind of new favorite shows, The Magicians. And in The Magicians, they talk about this piece of themselves called their shade. It's a piece that feels the shame, the grief, the sadness, all the things that have happened to them that have had a lower vibration or a negative sort of feeling, right? Anger, worry, frustration, all of those kind of things, like the things that have happened. And in this part, this girl takes her shade out and gives it to somebody else. And she's like, I don't need it to survive, but it makes me who I am, right? And I started thinking about that, and it's like, everything that has happened to me in my life, all of the things that I want to surrender, all of these this shame, this guilt, this fear, this grief, this loss, all of these things that are blocks to my true self, right, are the reason why I'm here. It's like I've realized that through life there is something that wasn't working for me. And those moments of unhappiness and grief and sadness and anxiety and worry led me to want to find the other side of that. So had I never gone through any of the things that made the blocks, I wouldn't have wanted to go through this process, right? And then I was thinking, so even the thought of changing in itself, right? Like I was feeling like it's almost like I'm still saying this part of me is bad and I need to get rid of it. I need to surrender it because I cannot move forward with it holding me down. And even that approach, it doesn't honor me because it's saying these things are not important. They had no purpose. Why are they even here? But they did have a purpose. And so I realized is that in this process, having to really honor myself and be like, I know that you have adopted these beliefs and these values and these behaviors because they have helped you to survive, helped you to protect yourself, helped you to be able to live in this world with all the craziness that is. And so for me to come through and just be like, hey, old you gotta go. Because you're useless. You're not doing me any good. You're holding me back. I have so many things in life that I want, and you're in the way. And it's like, remember that we're still attached to this person. It's part of our humanness. It's always going to be there. So if we're constantly, it's like, the only thing that's going to happen is that we're going to reframe these things and like put the memory back with peace. But it's still going to be there. It's never going to leave us because it's going to be moments of gratitude when we remember the things that we have been through that have led us here. And we're going to be grateful for those moments. So when moving forward, what I've learned from me is I have to stop wanting to get rid of this person and stop looking at this person that I've been as bad or wrong. It's just that I have beliefs that need to be tweaked because in the way that they stand, they no longer serve me. And it also came up today when I was talking to a coworker about meditation and these judgments we have about our thoughts and how we just want them to stop because we don't like them, they don't feel good and they're wrong and they're bad. And then we wonder why we can't stop our thoughts during meditation. A part of us is still resisting these parts of ourselves. So my takeaway for today is to realize that everything that I've been through has had its purpose. And that nothing about me needs to change. The way I view my memories and my experiences is what needs to be altered. So that it starts to serve me better, because the way that I'm viewing certain events in my life are the things that are holding me back. So if I go back and I view and think, okay, if this had never happened to me, I would never have understood this. And since now that I understand this, now I have more compassion for others, as well as myself. So there's just so many different ways to look at the things that we have gone through and see that they really have had a purpose, even though right now we view them as these things that just seem unfair. Like, why do these things have to happen to me? Why does this happen? So, in moving forward and with surrendering and rewriting your story and getting from being this wounded person in the world and now accepting and embracing your wounds and moving forward in authentic acceptance and full acceptance of who you are, good and bad, the shadow and the light, because without the shadow we wouldn't be able to see. Hopefully this was something that if you're on this journey and you're looking at things in a certain way, hopefully this gave you some sort of little perspective shift in how to approach this, because honestly nothing about us is wrong. Nothing about us is bad. We are just in a human body, and our human body has a tendency to protect us in a certain way, and we need to honor that. And be like, I see you, I appreciate you. I think that we should do things a little differently, and let's see if we can go back and work together to clean these things up, because the mind is always going to be there. You might as well make it your friend instead of your enemy. Well, guys, that's my thought for the day and my lesson for the day for myself, and hopefully it added some value for you guys as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, until tomorrow for day 4, where I'll find something new and exciting to discover about my day and my life and myself, and have something to share with you guys. So until then, have a great day.